Here we are, Jon's Mini Golf 2017. This is the 7th year of Jon's Mini Golf, and this will be the last year. So, Jon's Mini Golf 2017 is by far, as it always is each and every year, gets better and better. I've been open for about 3 weeks, and I've had tons of people come out to play every single day. I'll post about it on Facebook and get hundreds of likes, tons of comments, everyone wanting to bring their kids here. So in the beginning, we just have the usual stuff. Jon's Mini Golf, open, gift shop, 25 cents. And there's the golf balls and money jar, and then scorecards and business cards. And a lot of people this year have been telling me that I can easily make it $1. But all I say is that, it's the last year, and it's always been 25 cents. So, why change it now? And it's not always really about the money. It's, I'm trying to give this community like a really cool place to have fun at. So, there's the putters and the chippers. So, hole number 1, as always, very generic. Just head up that little tiny ramp. Goes into the hole. Hole number 2 is pretty interesting. We hit up this big ramp, and I had this hollowed out log, and then the ball go into the log and then come out the bottom right there. I don't know if you can see inside there, but there's like a rock in there, and the ball just fall down and go right into the hole. Hole number 3. Now, if there was any hole in this entire course that I would redo and make it more fun and cooler, it's probably going to be number 3. Because as you can see, it's very, very generic. Number 1 is generic, but that's because it's number 1. It's always generic. So, hit up the ramp, and then it probably bounced a lot of all those bricks there. And so, if I was going to redo any hole here, this would be the first one I would redo. Just do something more creative, something like that. Something like the next hole we're about to look at. Something different. Hole number 4, this one took lots of time and a few days to make. So you go up these really nicely stained pieces of wood, which kind of looks like a little bit of like a bridge or a boardwalk. I separated them perfectly. And you go up into here, and then you had the pachinko with the nails. I made that this year. And then you want to get into the center part right there, or you could go on either side, and then it leads down into the hole if you get into the center part right there. So that one's really cool. Hole number 5, this one actually is returning from last year. It was originally going this way, but now it's going this way because we have this new huge thing here. During the fall, we would put like swings that would hang down. You can have a fire pit and stuff. And of course, we took like the swings down because they would be in the way of the course, and then you don't want the kids breaking them and stuff. So pretty much the same thing as last year. Get it into that middle hole, which I've seen it happen a few times already this year, which is kind of hard to get it in there. Here's the windmill, as always, and you go down there, go into the pipe, and you go in the hole. And you have different obstacles. If you miss, and you have to go around. So, yeah. Hole number 6 is hole-in-one mania. Start right there. You're gonna go up here, across the bridge, down to the pipe, and then there's a hole right there. Hole-in-one mania, as you can see. Also the same thing as last year. Number 7. It's pretty cool. I think I've had this one in the same exact spot for the past 2 years. Yeah, some of the holes all haven't changed because they were just so good. Why not just keep them? And everyone liked them. But a lot of the holes all new. Most of the holes are brand new. So as you can see, you want to get into that last pipe and then get into the hole right there. And this one goes over there, and that one goes over there. And there's a little tiny bench over here. Now this one, number 8. This one took a long time to make. It took a few days to make, and there's lots of different variations of it. So you start right there, and it's on like a tilt. As you can see, it's like on a curve right there, and then it goes around the bend, and you want to get into the hole right there. And I don't know if you can tell, but underneath this, there was a bunch of bricks. And at the beginning, when I first made this, I was just gonna have the bricks. But even though I made them pretty much perfectly rounded and smoothed out, they still, when the ball would go around, it would still like hit off them and then stop. So I ended up putting the green all over it, which actually probably looks a lot better, having the green. Then you have the walls all around, so and on the top, so that the ball doesn't fly out, which happens still. But yeah, this was a lot of effort, because especially underneath there is all sand all the way around. And pretty much I had to go down to the bottom of the hill right there. As you can see, the sand. And I had to get the wheelbarrow and bring up the sand, and I probably did that 6-7 times and within like an hour or maybe less. And I mean, it doesn't seem that hard, but like, I mean, it was like a filled wheelbarrow, and like this hill is like a lot steeper than it looks. So number 9, this one I think is, I returned this one. This one I had maybe the second year of mini golf, like I'm gonna say 2012, 2013. I had this hole, but this time it's a lot longer than it was. Like, it wasn't this long, it was probably like half the length of this. But you just have it long straightaway, and you want to get in between these pricks right there and go into the hole. So number 10, this is also from last year, but this year I have wood. I had like bricks, like stones going across it like last year, but those would always fall down, and I wanted to make it, I haven't said yet, but this entire course I tried to make as low maintenance as possible. And I'll get into some more detail into that later, but pretty much I now just have the firewood, because before the bricks would fall down a lot. Your foot just hit, it would fall down. So let's go right down here on the tee. We'll get that little pipe right there. Like you do, and go down the hill and get to the hole. And these bricks are here just to make sure that if it comes down, the light doesn't go in. And this is like on a hill right here, so you also have steps in case somebody needs those, which I built last year, which pretty good steps. For being the first time me building steps, they were pretty good. So number 11, I actually really like this one. So you want to get it hit off the tee, and you want to keep on going straight and get it right into that tunnel, and then go into the hole. And there's also some other little things you can go in right there. And as I'm saying, low maintenance this entire course, every single piece of wood that you see in this course is going to be screwed together, so if I kick this or anything, like, it's not gonna move, like none of them move. So if somebody trips over them, then they're gonna fall, but my course will stay perfectly nice. So sucks for them. Number 12, this one also took a long time and a lot of variations, and this one also has a story with this hole. So as you can see, this ramp is super long. I want to make it like a big long ramp. It'd be kind of fun to go up it. And so pretty much what happened was, I didn't really have this big ramp idea at first. I was gonna have maybe like half the size. That's how big the ramp was gonna be. But this hole was actually like around 2 feet or maybe more over this way. And so, having this big ramp, you would pretty much have to stand inside this hole to hit the ball. So that's not gonna work out. So I had to push this entire thing back like 2 or 3 feet. So you're just gonna go up the ramp, and then you want to get into the middle right there, but you can't go on the sides and then you just fall on the ground. So if you get in the middle, you're gonna be going down this, going around the tree. This is something I actually really want to do. Instead of just going straight down, like turning, going down to the hole, you're gonna be going all the way around the tree, and then we're going to the hole. And if you went on the either sides, not in the middle, you just fall down like right there. So now number 13, where the heck is number 13? Oh, there it is. As you can see, before I even opened, some of the orders of the holes kind of crazy. So I put a 13 there and I have a 13 there, just so after you finish this hole and you start walking up, you're like, where's the next hole at? You know, you see 14 right there. And again, all this stuff, like is completely screwed together. Nothing's moving. So this one is also from last year. I just love this one so much, and everyone else did as well. You just hit it off the tee, goes down the little bend right there of bricks, and that right there, they're pretty much perfectly in there. I don't know how I did it, but I just put them in so nicely, and the ball just easily rolls down and doesn't stop in there mostly. And then you want to get to the hole right there. And so number 14, this one's pretty cool too. The fun part about this one, you have 3 tees, and no matter what tee that you use, you would definitely get a hole in one if you're good enough though. So the first tee in the middle, you hit off this stone ramp and you can just hit over everything, get into the hole. This one, I recommend using this one. On the left, just hit it right into that pipe or hit it on the side over there and it'll go right in. And this one over here, you can hit it off that right there and have it hopefully going. It usually does. But definitely the one on this side is definitely the easiest to get a hole in one. And I put that pipe there just to make it a little bit harder. So, number 15. This one probably has to be one of my top 3 favorite holes this year. I say that for every single hole, but there's a lot of good holes this year, like I said in the beginning of the video. So again, 3 tees. You can go on either side and not have the fun of going up this ramp, which, I mean, who wouldn't want to go up this ramp? It's pretty fun. But if you want to go on the sides, you can go around and there's some obstacles, and so is there some obstacles on that side. But if you go up the middle, which I highly recommend you do, you would go through here and then go in these natural logs and then come through this log and then go into the hole. And I don't know how I made this, or if there's like something with the sand like in leveling, but every single time you go through these logs, you will always go into the hole. It would never miss. I've not seen it miss once, and I've played this course a bunch. And the also cool thing is, no matter how slow your ball is going down this or how fast, like it can be rocketing down this, it will always stay on this. It will not fall off, and it will always go into that hole. Number 16. Now this hole is from 2 years ago. I used the same exact thing. I just kept it like this. I just kept the wood like screwed together, I would say. This is not in the same spot. I think it was hole number 5 over there 2 years ago. So you go up the ramp and you want to get into this box and you want to get to the hole, and then you go down the pipe and go into the hole right there. And I actually had to use some of these. I actually had to like find some logs in the woods, and I had to cut them and use them for the siding because I had no more wood left. I used all my wood for the other holes, so I had to get some natural resources. So hole number 17, this is the same thing as last year. It is Vaughn Hall, and if you don't know what that is, around where I live, it's pretty much like the community center where everyone gathers for stuff, and it's a log cabin, so that's why that's right there. And this is also my old mailbox because somebody hit it with their car and it fell and it broke. So nice. So you go up the tee, up this ramp, through Vaughn Hall, and there's green inside there, and then you go right into the hole. Hole number 18, also the same thing as last year, with a few minor tweaks to it. So go up this tee, go up that ramp, and then you're going to get into that pipe right there, and you're gonna go through this big flag, and then the pipe will just lead you off there. You'll fall down, go right into the hole right there. Now the tweak I was talking about is this year I did add these so that it would be a more greater chance that you actually get the ball in the pipe. Because think of that, that's kind of hard to get the ball in the pipe. I'm hitting it right there, trying to get it exactly straight to go in. With these things here, it goes in a lot more often, and so it's more fun for everybody. So now, hole number 19, the last hole. Last hole has been the same for maybe 5 years, at least. I think it's 5 years that this hole has been the same exact thing, but it always looks great and pretty. I still need to get some flowers on this hole, but once that happens, you can imagine like the pond, all the flowers around it, it'll look really nice. So as always, hit it right down right there, and you always want to get into the last hole. This one goes over there, that one goes over there, and then you're going to be going through this log again, going through the log over the pond, and then it'll go right into the hole. Now this little water feature right here is brand new. I usually just had the little waterfall over there. As you can see, the waterfall, it just like trickles down onto the rocks and then goes back into the pond, which is really cool. So there's the last hole, and now we have the bonus hole number 20. This hole is the same thing as last year, but this one was actually over here right in the middle and I had to move the entire thing. I originally kept it up during the winter because I'm not going to take it down. I'm going to keep it there for next year. But then we made this, ended up making that, so I had to take the whole thing down and relocate it over here. And so you start right there again, just like last year, and you go up through here, go up there, and then there's like this giant clock, and then if you get inside there, then it's gonna hit this beer keg, and that's gonna make a ding, just as if the clock was striking 1 o'clock, which is what it should be on right now. But you can move the hands around if you want. So you hear a big loud ding, and then from there, and you can just see the ball come down and hit that, fall down, and then it'll go through here, through this pipe, and then this one's, I love this ending I made. So it's kind of like all like rocks. It would come down down the rock, and then sometimes it'll just go straight into the hole, but then other times it might bounce around and then go in, which is really fun to watch. So that is actually pretty much Jon's Mini Golf 2017. I still have to show a few more things. As you can see, you would walk up. This is the walkway from the street. And then you have my sign on the road. Same thing as last year, pretty much. Same thing on each side. And then you have these signs over here. So you just walk up here, and then you'll be at Jon's Mini Golf. So now I have to show you what's inside there, which is the gift shop, and that's where I keep some stuff to clean up the course and whatnot. So as you can see, gift shop, and I just fell. Jon's Mini Golf main office, and here is the gift shop. I can turn on this light, and if it's dark out, you can have the light on. So we have a few things in here. We have wristbands that are $2 each. And I'm actually wearing one right now, as you can see, Jon's mini golf. And it's kind of dark in here, but and then you have the golf balls right here. The ones down here are 25 cents. And the ones up here also. And the ones up here are 50 cents because they're either painted balls, you can really see them, or they'll just have cool designs like that. And that's where you put the gift shop money. I have some signs from that I used to be on the street for a few years ago. The brushes which I clean the sand, smooth the sand with. And there's not that many signs on the wall. There's usually, this wall is filled with signs of old signs from past years. But I didn't put that any, I took a lot of them down because people would read them. And so an example of one was like, get 3 hole-in-ones in one game, you get a free ticket. I don't do that anymore. And so people would read it up here and they would think that I still do it, but it was just really from a few years ago when I used to do it. So, and then there's also that right there, Jon's Mini Golf. And yeah, it's just 2015, 2014, 2015. I actually need to make one for 2017. I don't think I made one for 2016, but I can probably just make it. So, that's pretty much the entire course, but there's still one more hole that we have not yet talked about, and that is this year's bonus hole, number 21. Look at this beast right here. So, you hit it off from right there, you go up here on the side, and then it's gonna hit off this piece of wood, and then it's gonna go, like, hit off the piece of wood and go, you know, like, depends on how hard you hit up this hill. And hit out the piece of wood. It might go all the way on that side, it might go right there. So then it's going to come down, and there's lots of different ways the ball can go. So it can go through here and then split right there with this. As you can see, it would split, and then it would go down all this right here, and you can also go down this little tube. And so we have a bunch of wood I cut up, some pieces of pipes, and there's some wood right there, and they can go down that. And obviously the main goal is to get it right in between there and then pipe into the hole. And those pieces of wood there are there again, so that the ball does come down, it won't go in, which I actually didn't have those in the beginning, but it would come down here and go in like a lot. So I had to put those pieces of wood there so it wouldn't happen. So that is pretty much Jon's Mini Golf 2017. And I do have to mention that this one hole right here took me a long time. It took me like a few weeks to make it. All the painting, and I had to make everything like pretty much perfect. Like all like the wood is perfectly spaced, and everything's screwed in so it won't move if the ball hits it. So yeah, there's a lot of work that's really done that you don't even see. Again, all this stuff's screwed in. Every single thing you see, it's not moving. Even these pieces of wood, these pieces of firewood are screwed in. I don't know if you can see it. But yeah, everything is going to be as low maintenance. These, most of them are screwed in. Because last year those things would always get kicked, and then they'd always flop, like move, and it was really annoying. So I always had to fix them. So I screwed those into like where I could, with those wood next to it, on most of them. So yeah, that's pretty much Jon's Mini Golf 2017. I'll still be having some more videos of me going more in depth in certain holes and whatnot. So yeah, thanks for watching, and yep, it's Jon's Mini Golf 2017.